Hello, I'm Richard Winters, and I want to help us understand the snaffle bit, what it is and how it's used and how it's properly adjusted. When I speak of a snaffle bit, we're generally referring to a bit with a broken mouthpiece. The rings on the sides can be of varying styles. This here is a plain ring snaffle. Have here an egg butt snaffle. We have here an egg butt snaffle with a copper mouthpiece. We have here a ring snaffle with a twisted wire mouthpiece. I have here a snaffle with an extra wide mouthpiece, so you can see they come in many different styles and configurations. And then one that's a little bit different, although this is a twisted wire snaffle. It's a full cheek snaffle, and we'll talk about that in just a moment. The snaffle bit is one of the most basic and fundamental pieces of training equipment that we use today, but there's a lot of confusion about how they're used. Some people get frustrated with the snaffle bit and feel they do not have enough control because oftentimes they're just pulling back on the bit, and that's never the way it was designed to use. It was designed to use side to side, laterally. Now let's talk about the adjustment of our snaffle bit. There's a lot of different theories out there. Perhaps you've heard adjust it till there's just a little wrinkle in the corner of your horse's mouth. I actually like to adjust my snaffles to where if I pulled them up one more notch, there would be a wrinkle in the corner of my horse's mouth. I'm thinking that I only have so much life in my horse's mouth, and everyone wants a horse as light and sensitive as possible. And so I don't want undue pressure in the corner of my horse's mouth that they can never get away from. So as I look at this right now, I'm thinking just a little bit tight for me. I'm going to adjust this down one and see what it looks like. And we'll check the adjustment here. Now it's laying a little bit nicer in the corner of my horse's mouth without any pressure up in the corners. Oh, they will at first play with it quite a little bit, like that. But if I have nice, quiet hands, those horses learn to carry that bit quietly. Some people think, well, if you adjust it that loose, they'll get their tongue over the bit. But what I found is you adjust it up higher, and then they can't hardly get their tongue back underneath the bit after they've moved it up. And most horses, the vast majority of them, do find the most comfortable place to be is with their tongue underneath the bit. And so again, I let my bits hang down just a little bit lower in my horse's mouth. Now some people make the assumption that a snaffle bit is a very simple and mild bit, where something like this, a spade bit, is a very severe bit. And I don't think that's true. I don't think there are mild bits and severe bits. There are more simple bits and more sophisticated bits, but the mildness or the severeness comes from our hands. And so we can't blame a piece of equipment, or we can't trust a piece of equipment to be a certain way if our hands are not that way, if we don't have the feel and the timing and the balance that is so important. Snaffle bit is a great piece of equipment. If I had to throw away a lot of my bits, if I could keep my snaffle bit, I could get a lot done. Just having some understanding of how it works and what its purpose is will give you a lot of mileage, and you'll get a lot of great use out of it. Now, I'm also a big advocate of a chin strap on my snaffle bits. Some people would think, well, why do you need a chin strap or a curb strap if there's no curb bit or no leverage that takes place? What this chin strap will do for us when we use this bit as it was designed to be used, pulling it from side to side laterally, it will keep this bit placed in the center of our horse's mouth and will not allow that bit to run all the way through our horse's mouth. So it can fit very loose, doesn't need to be tight by any means. I like them setting between the bit and my reins, but a loosely fitting curb strap or chin strap will help keep that bit in place, and I think you'll like it. You're not going to be happy with the results of your snaffle bit if you are spending a lot of time just pulling back on both reins trying to control your horse. Your snaffle bit is made to use laterally, side to side, not vertically like a curb bit. And so one of the fundamental things we want to teach our horses is the ability to bend that nose and follow that feel. to the left and to the right. A tremendous amount of lateral work like this. Then we can control any kind of horse once they learn how to bend and give their face. So think about your snaffle bit not being a vertical pulling back on both reins, but a lateral type mechanism.